was we were staying in close to the Duke of Buccleuch's estate, and it was one of his relatives who obviously needed a bit of cash. So he said, "Well, they can come to my manor house for dinner." This group. So we went to the manor house. It's a beautiful old black and white timbered, half timbered. Telling the story about anyway, half timbered manor. It was lovely, and there was this lord or duke or duchess or something, and they were both in their dotage. So we went into the great hall, and he had a sort of velvet smoking jacket on, which was rather creased and rather sort of, little bit sort of well worn, and the lady of the house had some very ornate. And they had this butler. I mean, they were quite elderly, but the butler was over 100, I think. So we all had sherry. So first of all, this butler comes out with a tray of sherry. And he's like this, gives us our sherry like this. And we all thank you very much. Standing in the great hall having this sherry. And then after dinner, we had dinner, which was fine, and we ate off Meissen plates. I mean, actually Meissen. And you said, "Oh my!" As you revealed the plate, "My God, this is Meissen, plate." The whole place was just. Anyway, after dinner, they said, "We'll give you a tour of the house." Lovely. So off we go into the sort of, outer rooms, and it was all very sort of dusty and sort of rather, old really. So we go upstairs and we come to this quite small room off the stairs, the top. Open the door and go in, and here is a horse, a full-size horse, not alive, stuffed, a real horse. So we're quite surprised by this, and apparently it was the horse that one of them, the Duke or whatever,
Wellington
had been a relative, is a descendant of Wellington, Duke of Wellington. He'd ridden this horse at the Battle of Waterloo. So he loved his horse, Duke of Wellington, that the horse lived in the house actually. But when it died, he had it stuffed. So we're looking at this horse, but there was the back end and the front end of the horse on its legs, tail, but there was a slice in the middle which was missing, just a slice out the middle missing. So somebody, had the nerve to say, "Excuse me, what happened to the bit in the middle, it got the moth." We had to cut it out. So we said, okay. It got the moth. So clearly they'd had an infestation of moth in the horse's bit in the middle. So they just sliced it out, And there it stood, propped up with the back end. Yeah, a horse.
I've had days like that.